can we talk about this fucking plugin that was going around for like a solid day? And thank God. Oh, really? I thought it was like a day. Okay, so
It was
even
a couple
longer.
weeks, actually.
Oh my God.
It released like 3 weeks ago.
Jesus.
But it was only the past week or so, and then like the past 4 days or so that it actually started blowing up because of the abuse that was being done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you when you guys want to explain it, so for viewers that are watching, they know what it's about and what we're talking about.
From what I know about it, it was basically crowdsourcing information on your character of like duties that you've been in, areas that you were, your alts, that kind of stuff. So it was basically just completely allowing anybody to look up your character and practically stalk you, figure out what you were doing in the game, where you were going, where you had been, where you are.
Yeah, and the thing that made it a lot worse was that it was not opt-in, it was quote-unquote opt-out. So through the plugin's interface, all somebody had to do was be in an instance with however many other people who didn't know they were using it, and just scan and scrape all of their data.
Yeah, I think we were scanned because we did Frontline the other day, and we got scanned.
Mm-hmm. The worst...
Yeah, go ahead.
The other part, as far as like the opt-in out thing, was if you wanted to opt out, you had to join their Discord, claim your character through your Discord account, so then they also knew your Discord account. And apparently, I don't know if it was real or not, the creator was basically saying that if somebody just didn't want their stuff on there because like they were being stalked or whatever, he wasn't going to delete it. So it wasn't like a you opt out, you're out thing, apparently.
Yeah, initially their stance on it was like if you just want to opt out because you don't like it, the answer was going to be no.
Yeah. Which to me is insane. Like, I think, yeah, like, I like the reason why I feel like Yoshi P and them, like you were talking earlier, are okay with mods that if they only affect you and you alone, doesn't affect anybody else's gameplay at all, those are fine. I kind of agree with that semblance, to be honest.
Yeah, it was part of that letter, Yoshi P put out, because it's like they're fully aware of add-ons and plugins and whatnot. That's why a majority of the QOL that they've been adding has just been quite literally certain add-ons, but they put it into the game officially, you know. But it's kind of a don't fly too close to the sun type of deal. Mm-hmm. And in this case, players really wanted to see how close they could get, you know. It's like, Louis said, all right, we'll look the other way as long as you don't do A and B. And then the players just decided, yeah, we're going to do A and B, and then also C, D, E, and F. And it's like, okay, no, this needs to stop.
It's also not the first time this has happened, and it won't be the last. I guarantee you that, like, as we're speaking, there is multiple different ones already up and have been up for a long time.
Yeah.
It's just the ones that get the most attention are the ones that get shut down.
Which is like
this crazy. Is kind of like the problem that's going to become more prominent with this, and just like you said, not going to be the last time. And the reason is all somebody really had to do, a lot of these add-ons, plugins, they're hosted on GitHub, like their repositories. Mm-hmm. And all somebody has to do is clone the repository.
Yeah.
And then just continue the project after that one gets shut down and just call it something different. And a majority of the people who do use these plugins, they use them through custom launcher that launches with Dalamud. And Dalamud, one of its features, it allows you to add unmoderated repositories that are just, you know, off of GitHub. It does have like a section of, you know, quote unquote slightly moderated stuff where it's like, yeah, these are all accepted by the player base. They've gone through the community, got upvoted. Like, yes, these are good ones. We like them. Keep them around. They're behaving. But there's no kind of system to deal with like these unmoderated repositories that have these potentially very malicious add-ons that get added. Because what was found out is that this recent one that was scraping people's data, it also obtained your IP address.
Oh, wow. It's just crazy. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just don't seem to understand what is the point of having these types of plugins when your friends list already exists, right? Like, what's the point?
I mean, it's simply because you have to actually add somebody to your friends list. Like, you have to accept them. These plugins aren't for, like, you and me. These plugins are for this person blocked me and I want to know what they're doing. And I can't do it through official means, so I'm going to do it through something that I'm not supposed to be able to do.
Yeah, it just feels like I feel like these are just made for, like, no matter. Okay, this is gonna be personally, and this is my perspective, and it might sound a bit inflammatory, but I can see this being made and used for nothing but malicious purposes. Like there's no possible good thing that you could tell me that this was made for that the game or like even Discord does not already have without being super invasive.
I mean, it's partially how I feel about like Tombstone, which is for mainly rating, and it's not nearly even close to as bad as what like those plugins are. But it'll show you everybody, like if somebody's on there, it shows you that their prog point, what fight they're on, what fights they've cleared. It'll show the pulls that they have done, even if it's not a clear pull, which like FF logs will only show clear, right?
Yeah.
But it'll show everything. Like, I think almost all the information that was on that plugin, other than like where your character was, is available on there.
Yeah, because there was a misconception early on that people were saying, well, this plugin, all it was doing was everything you can find on the lodestone. And it, like, yes, that is true. Everything that it had also could be found on lodestone, but it wasn't pulling the info from lodestone. That's the distinction there, is it was pulling it basically from the game, like the API.
And with Lodestone, I think we were saying earlier, you could private your stuff in Lodestone, right?
Yeah, and that wouldn't affect this add-on in the slightest.
Even Tombstone, like I said, you can just opt out of it directly through their page. You don't have to go through a Discord or anything like that.
Yeah. It's just like...
if you opt out, you opt out. It's not a, well... I sent it in the group chat of what he exactly said about people wanting to opt out.
Oh yeah, I can pull it up. Guys, I didn't think this had to be said, but if you submit a takedown request and your reason is because I don't like it, then the answer is obviously no, which is fucking wild to me. And then a post later says, so you think I should just take down any user's character because they asked nicely? If that was the case, we wouldn't have anyone left to track. Why are we tracking? Like, even that's a sus statement, like, alone. It's like, we have nobody left to track. Well, yeah, that doesn't sound like... Did you read the message before you sent it? That's my thought process in my brain.
Yeah, and the thing is, once it was becoming more public knowledge that it was obtaining your IP address on top of all of your game information, that's where the potential, like, heavy legal issues come into play, because you cannot have your IP address tracked or harvested like that without your consent in the United States.
It's a thing of, like, I think the plugin in general is bad, obviously, but, like, at least with in-game shit, there's ways to combat it, right? Like, if somebody's stalking you in game, you can blacklist them. You'll never actually see them, right? But if they're getting your IP address, the things that you're able to do after with that is where it's like a hard cut of, like, there is no world where there is anything that you can say.
Yeah, and that's where it's like, yeah, the features of it only extended to, oh, you can see where they are, where they've been and stuff like that. But once your IP address is gotten, then it doesn't matter what the plugin itself is doing. Anybody else using the plugin now has the means to do much worse that was not in the scope of the plugin itself. So that's
it feels like so much. It just feels like so much bullshit, right? Like even here when they like it's like the takedown thing, whatever. Memoria set out to remember the people you cross paths with a Eorzea. Every spout you help, every static, every stranger you can swear party with before. The service is now closed and all collected player data has been deleted permanently. I mean, I don't think we 100% know that even. And to everyone who installed it, tested help, better to make it think like this whole thing just sounds like bullshit. Like this isn't like actually it doesn't even like feel like an apology. It's like, hey, this is what it was made for, and other people just started making it not what it was made for, and they made it like they use it to get information they weren't supposed to have. Like this apology just feels like bullshit. Like if I posted it and my apology was coming, I'm like, you know what? I made this for this reason, and I was a dumbass. I probably should have thought about all the information they could probably get from this. I've deleted this. I've deleted all the information, and I will definitely rethink about this and like, fix it if I want to make something like it possible, or don't even do this again at all.
Okay, so this just goes back to a point I was making earlier, where like I feel like the whole reason why, because like okay, this plugin is its original message. It sounds nice, right? You can see your journey, all the people you met with. You can understand like, oh, this person, I ran into them, maybe 4 or 5 times, and then it's like I can go look at their adventure, and so it sounds good on paper, but then it's like you immediately throw it to the wolves of the Final Fantasy XIV social community, and what do they immediately do with it? It is they immediately warp it into the creepiest, most disgusting, vile thing possible, and I can only attribute that to just like, I'm sorry, like that half of the community now has just been getting worse and worse and worse with time, where I think that them just being at their, social venues, modding their characters until they're like a Frankenstein thing, to then, like, it's just not getting their rocks off anymore. So now they have to stalk people.
And like, and it's so, and I think it's kind of like it's bad that like because some part of me don't want to put the entire RP community in that, because like I've seen like you have been a part of like some of the RP stuff, so either half or most community is really chill, but it's that minority that just gives them a bad name, and I think this is like one of those times where
like there's definitely a spectrum, and like there's a spectrum with everything here. Like in the social side of FF, there's parades, right? Then there's like giveaways and like parties. Then there's like your nightclubs. Then there's like your venue nightclubs where they do things that are probably going to get this video demonetized if I talk about them. And it's like that last group I just mentioned. That's the only group I can understand like how this plugin got like bastardized for. Like these are the only group of people I could see that wanted to use it this way.
I think the plugin like idea itself is okay. I just think that it should, if you want to do this in a way of like what he was actually saying, where it's like, oh, you can remember your journey through Eorzea, then it should have been local, and it should have just been like, this is the first time you met this person, and that's it, and shown you where. Because like that sounds okay, but uploading it to a live info server and then allowing it to just be accessed by anybody is too much.
Yeah, you're putting tools in the hands of people you shouldn't trust them with.
Either get here. Hey everyone, this is a hard one to write. As of today, I'm shutting down Memoria for good. Memoria started as a small idea I couldn't let go of. What if you remember everyone you crossed paths with in Eorzea, every sprout you helped, blah blah blah, but somewhere along the way, it stopped being fun. Most of you know the situation. I'm not going to rehash it here. The situation got to a point where I had to honestly ask what I was getting out of this. The answer was not enough to justify what it was costing me and the people around me. I'd rather close the chapter myself with a clear head than let it get dragged out of my hands an inch at a time. So here where things stand, the server's offline, every piece of collected player data has been permanently deleted. Doing that properly mattered to me. The website now holds a short goodbye, nothing more. The plugin will stop syncing. You can safely uninstall it and remove the repo URL from download mode. Olympus isn't going anywhere. It's unaffected and releases continue as normal. To everyone who tested bills, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's just...
See, the other thing is I would like kind of believe him that he was trying to do this for just like a fun thing. If it wasn't for the messages of like, I want my info deleted. Well, is it just because you don't like it? Then no. Because...
Yeah. This guy brought it up too. Let's go back to using other third-party tool that logs player data without their consent. But yeah, but I don't think FF Logs is taking my fucking IP address. And if it is, it should definitely 1000% be shut down.
It's not. But I think FF Logs has its own issue.
Yeah, I believe it.
I think you should be able to choose yourself if your logs are shown.
Yeah.
And you should be able to be anonymous on any logs uploaded by somebody else if you want to be.
Yeah, it's just it's like I said, it's just a stupid thing that I absolutely like got out of hand. But like myself, like I understand this first part. Like looking at your journey, seeing the sprouts you helped, and then seeing how their journey went, it kind of all makes sense. But like in my brain, like the friends list does that. Like it just, like if I met somebody in a dungeon that I just clicked with and it was just super full, like if it was super fun to talk to them, I would just add them to my friends list. Like that would be the like first thing that I do.
Because the reason I'm saying like I think it could have been good if it was, you know, not done to be creepy.
Yeah.
FF already has a system that does it. If you go to contacts in the social thing, it does pull up a thing that does that. But they get deleted after a while.
Oh yeah, the ones the people you already ran into. Yeah.
Like I think this would be cool to see as like a permanent thing. But I think it should just be that, right? Like maybe a date and time that you saw somebody in a like dungeon or a raid or anything like that. I think that would be fine. Once again, if it was local, not uploaded so everybody could see it and then crowdsource. But
yeah, I just
the way it was done is
Yeah, it won't be the last time either.
Yeah,
that's what's scaring me, because like if this was seen as like, okay, we dealt with it, and then it's like, well, okay, how is it gonna get worse?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I guarantee you, like if it wasn't taken down as fast as it was, and SE needed to step in to take it down, you better believe they were going to add an anti-cheat with the next expansion. 100%.
And he still could, because fuck,
they still might. Yeah, like they might.
They won't.
There's no way they didn't see this. I mean, they're probably choosing to stay quiet about it. Just honestly, the better move.
They didn't step in with player scope, which was worse. I mean, this one's worse on the fact that it was taking your IP. I don't think player scope ever did.
That's my biggest concern about it. That was my biggest thing.
I'm pretty sure even Mare, Square Enix like stepping in with Mare, I don't think it was because of the actual mod. I'm pretty sure that Mare did something that infringed on copyright, so they kind of had no choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in real life... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I think Square realizes that they kind of are at a point where mods are almost a necessity to some extent, at least until they add more, like... of the quality of like into the actual game.
Yeah,
that they're kind of just like it's a necessary evil.
Well, this was like that's why I thought maybe this would have been more of along the lines of one that they would step in with, because this is not like a quality of life issue. This is just exploitation of players' account data issue. But I can understand also from the other side, like from their point of view, why they wouldn't step in is because if they were to give something like this more limelight, more people are just going to try to make it themselves, and you're just going to see more and more clones of this damn thing until they actually need to do something about it.
It's why I don't think that they'll like ever really step in with mods, because they don't even step in with the like actual cheating mods, like the ones that just allow you to basically bot your account.
Well, it's the IP thing that gets me, because like I feel like if people use up something that can like get people's IP, I think that's like something that they can't just be like, oh, I don't see it. Nope, I don't see it. That's
Yeah,
like,
because that would have been another like legal issue where it's they're using a Square Enix application essentially to obtain people's IP addresses illegally.
I think as far as Square Enix goes, unless there's legal grounds, like
Mhm.
something that can backfire on Square Enix, I don't think they're gonna do anything.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's what I was saying. My thing is like, oh, if they felt like people were just making mods that were just stealing people's IPs and they had to put that anti cheat there to avoid like legal stuff, I think they do it in a heartbeat. Like, at least for me, my like how like this is like my first like Japanese made MMO, so I don't fully know, but from like other like Japanese games that I played, like once like God, look at Nintendo for instance, like once it like got to legal stuff, they're just like, yeah, nah, go ahead and stop it, like immediately, like it wasn't even like a question, like
Yeah.
Nintendo is cease and desist king, like. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment for your favorite part. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys know exactly when we're going to have that next video up. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, friends.